Hey everyone. So this is what I've done. It's just basically the same thing of what we looked at last time. But because of time constraint, if I focus on the whole drawing, on the whole and everything I have here, it's gonna take us a long time to finish it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus just on this area, and whatever I do here, you do everywhere else. So basically, you're focusing on bringing out the layers and these clumps, and highlighting and darkening. And by layers I mean this. See this right here? See, I have this clump of hair here, and then I layer it by darkening the hairs below it, and that just gives the illusion that this hair is above this hair, and so on. Like, you need a lot of patience for this, and a lot depends on when we were indenting at the beginning. And that's why I say keep it random, keep the lines, the indentations random. See, because then you have these hairs going to the left, going straight down and to the right, and so on, right? So it makes it easier to pick up these details. And by clumping, by grouping these hairs, you give the hair much more thickness. Let's see. See, the individual hairs that were here, I brought them together by erasing the pencil between the indentations. See, this one I darkened already, but this is what I did. So this is a before, and then this is an after. So after I bring out the group of hair, the clumps of hair, I darkened around it. The darker the shadow, that means that there's less light going down. So it means that, because you're suggesting that there's a thicker, there's much thicker hair here, so less light is able to hit this area. Again, you can get like really close, and over time you're gonna notice these hairs. See this hair here? It looks like it's above these, so you can darken these ones. The hairs below it. And the best pencil to do this is a sharp 5H pencil. I have a mechanical pencil, but you can use also like a wooden case pencil. As long as it's sharp and you're able to get in there and darken individual hairs. See, it's just a matter of going around. See this single hair here? It looks like it's above this clump of hair. So what we can do is just darken it to bring it out more. Just darken the hair. See, the same with this one. We'll darken the end, and it just suggests that it comes from the bottom and comes up. And we'll darken the sides here. Now we're gonna add a big clump of hair right here. See, from this tip, we'll just tap and erase. See, and then we'll connect these. This big clump with this hair here. See, all I'm doing is erasing. That's all I'm doing here. See, we'll get this hair right here. So all I do is I just squeeze the kneaded eraser between my index finger and my thumb just to make a fine edge, and then I just tap around it. Okay, now that we have that clump, we can go in and darken the shadows around it. See, this is a 6B pencil. Same here. See, here we have a couple of single hairs that go across the clump of hair. You see this here? I don't know if you could see it, but it's right here. So you have this hair, you have this hair right here. So what we could do to bring it out is just lightly, just darken around it, just to bring it out, and then we'll darken the end. See, so this group of hair right here, all this hair, it's coming up from the bottom here. So we'll darken the ends just to suggest that it's coming from the bottom up. And by doing that, we're separating this layer from this layer. Again, you see how it stands out? So what we're going to do is we're just going to go in and lightly darken it. So we're gonna make another clump here. We're gonna separate this big clump. So we have this one here, and then we'll have another one here. Just by looking at it, you could tell that this one is coming up from the bottom. So we'll darken this area. It's a lot of the same things, but a lot of people ask me how I draw the hair. This is what I do. This is exactly what I do. I just go around picking up these details, recognizing these clumps of hair, the layers. So it's not the most exciting thing, but like I said, it's always rewarding in the end when you see the final drawing. So my whole goal is to make it look like hair, to make it look, and that comes with understanding what hair looks like. And that's why I always tell everyone, like anyone that wants to learn how to draw realistic hair, is to first understand how hair behaves, how it looks, how it behaves around other hair, how it behaves under different light conditions. And the more you know, the easier it's going to be for you to recognize like these details, and it'll be easier for you to see them. So from here it's just the same thing. See, going across, picking up these like clumps, layers. See right here, what we could do is extend this, like the end of this clump, extend it. So we're going to extend it up. The same with this hair right here. We're going to extend it. It's layers, shadows, and highlights. That's it. Like, Like that's what makes this hair look realistic. But a lot has to do with like the indentations of how we do it at the beginning. Because if you do just random lines, I'm telling you, it's not gonna look like this. It's just gonna look like scratches on paper. So when you're doing the indentations, you got to make sure that you're also thinking about the hair behavior, I guess. So you got to remember the hair overlaps, hair curves, hair is straight, hair is wavy. Some hair goes up, some hair goes down, some hair comes up from the bottom, some hair goes back to the bottom. So all those things, once you have all those things, you can come in and like reveal them. So you're having that, and then you have these like single hairs going across. Those you can bring out in the end once you darken everything. There's something else that you could do, but I think if I add something else to this, it's going to like be too much. So in another tutorial, I'll show you something else that you can do to make the clumps more so they don't. So when you darken them, they don't. The shadows don't show up again. But for this tutorial, I want you guys to just understand the whole concept behind the indentation, and then I'll do a separate video, separate tutorial just on clumping, an advanced, I guess, tutorial on clumping. And basically what it is I use something flat, so I erase and then I flatten down the indentations, and then I go over them with a pencil to darken them. By doing that, I get rid of all the indentations on that area, and then you're left with basically like paper like this. And then you can darken it without worrying about getting these shadows again. Like I said, that's more of an advanced, even further advanced technique. So I'll focus on that once I do a tutorial just on clumping. You don't need to do that. You can still do it. Get some great results without doing that. Personally, I don't like using that too much because I like keeping some of these light shadows. So I guess it's like a personal choice if you want to use that. So just changing the angle, you can notice more of these, like, you see this hair right here, this long hair right here. So you can bring it out just by darkening the hairs below. So you have this single hair here. You know, make this interesting, make it fun, you know, make it into like something that's enjoyable. Again, don't feel discouraged if it doesn't look like the way I have it now, because if this is your first time, you're probably learning a new technique, so it'll take time for you to get used to it. So whatever I've done here, I'll keep doing for like the rest of the area, for the rest of the hair. So same thing here, I'll find the clumps, I'll outline them by making the shadows darker, I'll highlight these single hairs, and layer by layer, like they begin the drawing, the hair starts to look more like hair. Okay, now getting back to the spots. This is, see right here? This is a layer of black hair. So you have this layer, and then you have this layer right here. So this hair comes up from the bottom here, and comes up here. This hair comes up from the bottom here, and it comes up here, and that's why the tips are getting hit by light, and that's why they're lighter. And that's what I mean, like it looks better this way, instead of having a one big blotch of black, because the black spots are actually they're hair. So it looks much better having these subtle details. The same thing here, like these hairs come up here, and then once I start adding the individual white hairs, black hairs, sorry, these hairs are going to overlap these hairs here. Same thing here, see? You can also come in and just darken the ends. Just to separate the layers. So these black hairs are coming up from the bottom here, and these black hairs are coming up from the bottom here. Same thing down here. Again, subtle details, small details, but that make a huge difference in the end. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I'm overthinking all this like hair thing, but I know most people are not going to notice these things, but I just love adding them. I know they're there, I know they should be there, and that's why I add them. And if you get used to thinking that way, it'll make a huge difference in your drawings. Because if you're just adding whatever you see from the reference picture, you're limiting yourself, you're limiting your drawing. So that's why, study whatever you're going to be drawing. The more you know about what you're going to be drawing, the more details you can add to the drawing. So basically, you guys, that's about it for like for the hair. Like that's all. That's basically it. Shadows, highlights. Again, because leopards have a bit longer hair, the indentations were longer. But for shorter hair, it's the same method, except that the indentations are going to be shorter. And for the next tutorial, I'll be doing a tutorial on how to draw a lion's mane, because that hair is a bit different than a lot of the animal hair, because it's wavy, it's curly, it's got weird behavior. So I'll do a tutorial on that. Next video, what I'm going to be doing is I'll be showing you the final details for the black hair, so you have an idea of how to layer it, and then that'll be it. And then you guys can comment below and let me know what you guys think. If there's anything that needs to be explained, I'll upload another video just to explain it, like one final video, and then that'll be it. So again, thanks for watching, you guys, and I appreciate a subscribe, for you guys to subscribe, a follow, a like, and please share this. So I'll talk to you guys next video. Take care.